The second part of Alchemy of Souls, Light and Shadow, started on a promising note, and we can finally enjoy the continuation of this wonderful story. The first episode introduced the characters to us after the 3-year time jump. And we finally got to see the revived body of Cho-young. Episode 2 left us anxious for the third episode as there were more questions to be answered and things that surprised us. As always, we are excited for more and can hardly wait for the next episode. That's why today, I'm going to explain what happened 3 years ago after Mutiak was rescued from the bottom of the lake and how Naksu got her body back. But first, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell to be among the first to see our content, thanks. In the first episode of Part 2 of Alchemy of Souls, we see Jin Bu-Yeon, who is practically a prisoner in Jinwoo and wishes to see the outside world. She has a chance encounter with Jang Wook, who mistakenly opens the barrier hiding her room from the outside world when chasing a wild soul shifter. Here, Jang Wook and Cho-young, who looks like Naksu, meet for the first time in 3 years. Cho-young, now called Bu-Yeon, suffers from amnesia and doesn't remember Jang Wook. But she pleads with him to take her away from Jinwoo. Jang Wook blatantly refused as he didn't want any more bad blood between him and the Jinwoo family. But he helped her by creating stairs with plates and forks for her to escape through the window. Not knowing Bu-Yeon's intent to escape, Lady Jin Ho-kyung informs her of her marriage to a young gentleman from the Seo family. She asks her to remain in Jinwoo and give birth to a girl who will be a great priestess and inherit Jinwoo. This dismayed Bu-Yeon because it's evident that her mother intends to lock her up in Jinwoo for the rest of her life. She runs away from Jinwoo to meet with her supposed groom. She goes to Chwiseon courtesan house but runs away when accused of being a thief. She then went to the shore to wait for her supposed groom but saw the priestesses from Jinwoo looking for her. She then hid in a boat to escape them. This is when she sees Jang Wook and learns of his name. She then formed a plan and went to join him. On meeting Jang Wook, she bluntly proposes to him, asking him to marry her, which throws Jang Wook off for a moment, but he blatantly refuses. On the day of her marriage to Yuno, Jang Wook changed his mind and rescued her by magically lifting and taking her boat from the lake. After rescuing Bu-Yeon from a forced marriage, Jang Wook took her home. But he made it clear that he just wants her for her divine powers and nothing more. He tells her to look for another husband if she wants a lovey-dovey husband. Jang Wook decided to test Bu-Yeon's powers by asking her to switch off an enchanted lantern given to him by Ho-kyung. This enchanted lantern never goes off. It seems like only a strong mage can turn it off. Bu-Yeon decided to come clean by admitting that she lost her powers with her memory 3 years ago, and all she could do was see energy with her eyes. Her admission upset Jang Wook because he needed her to remove the ice stone in him, which had become too much for him to handle. Removing the ice stone could end his life, but he doesn't seem to mind. He called off their almost marriage and asked her to return to Jinwoo the following day. But Bu-Yeon showed him the tracking thread on her wrist and told him that she liked it here with him and that she would tell the Jinwoo priestesses when they arrived that they got married overnight. She also says that no blade can cut the enchanted thread. She begs him, saying that she doesn't wish to return to Jinwoo, that she likes it here with him, and that she also likes him. She openly confesses to liking him. This made Jang Wook cut the tracking thread with only a kiss. He then asked her to go back home the following day quietly. In this scene, we can tell that Bu-Yeon has started falling in love with Jang Wook, who still pines after Naksu. Bu-Yeon decides to leave immediately, saying it would be embarrassing to be caught in the daytime. She thanked him for his hospitality and apologized for lying to him. She then tells him that she didn't completely deceive him and that she does have great divine powers, and the person that treated her told her that once she gets her memory back, her powers will return. She also assured him she would not mention his name when she gets home. Then we see an anxious Ho Kyung telling Master Lee that Bu-Yeon had disappeared and asking him if he thinks she regained her memories and powers. This is when Master Lee reveals that the soul in Cho Young's body is Naksu, and tells Ho Kyung that she may run away if she regains her memories because she is not Bu-Yeon but Naksu. Jin Ho Kyung, in denial, insists that the soul in Cho Yun's body is Bu-Yeon's, the eldest daughter of the Jin family. Master Lee then angrily asked her if that was why she confined her all these years and tried to marry her off to carry on the family line. He also asked her what she planned to do to the body once she gave birth to a baby. Get rid of it once again. This scene provided the answers we needed to understand how Cho Yun's body, which was burned in the first season, was brought back to life. Here, we learn that Master Lee was the one that saved Naksu's life after Ho Kyung rescued her from the bottom of Lake Gyeonggi on Daeho. We finally got to understand what happened after Mutiok was rescued from the bottom of the lake 3 years ago. Lady Ho Kyung had called Master Lee and begged him to revive Mutiok, hoping it was her daughter Bu-Yeon. Interestingly, Mutiok's body was completely petrified without an ounce of water left by the time she was rescued, but miraculously, she was still alive. We also discovered that Bu-Yeon was the reason Naksu didn't run wild 3 years ago because she inhabited the body of the great priestess. What's more, the question of why Bu-Yeon showed up when Naksu was performing the Alchemy of Souls was finally answered. Naksu didn't choose Bu-Yeon's body with the Alchemy of Souls. Instead, her soul was locked up inside Jin Bu-Yeon's body. Master Lee asked Ho Kyung to decide whether to save Naksu and keep the body alive through Naksu's soul or if she will keep her daughter's soul and watch her die. He explained that Naksu's energy was the one that remained in the body and that Bu-Yeon's soul was barely clinging to Naksu's energy. And in order to use Naksu's energy, they must get rid of Bu-Yeon's soul while leaving Naksu's. Ho Kyung decided to keep the body by saving Naksu. Then Master Lee saved her with his energy. The body, which we will call Cho Young, then recovered using Naksu's energy. This made her resemble Naksu. And for the body not to run wild, her body and soul must be one. This explains how Naksu's body came back. It wasn't magically resurrected from her ashes as we thought. But Bu-Yeon's body, which Naksu inhabited in the first season, was petrified. And as the body now housing Naksu's soul recovers, the body takes the form of Naksu's body and not Bu-Yeon's petrified one. This dismayed Ho Kyung as she couldn't imagine looking at her daughter's body with Naksu's features. But Master Lee reminded her that she chose to use all of Naksu's energy to save her daughter's body. Because of this transformation, Cho Yun lost her memory, and Naksu, whose soul may still remain in the body, lost both her energy and memory. This means that Jin Bu-Yeon died from the events of the last season. Interestingly, Cho Young opens the doors of Jinyeon and sees the energy of the world because a speck of Bu-Yeon still lives in her. This means that Cho Young's body is Bu-Yeon's while her soul is Naksu's. And for the both of them to coexist without conflict, Bu-Yeon's body has no divine powers, and Naksu's soul has no memory. And if Bu-Yeon's body regains its powers, Naksu's soul will recall its memory. This was why Ho Kyung locked her up and didn't try to find a solution for her to regain her divine powers. She preferred Bu-Yeon's body to remain powerless than have Naksu's soul regain her memory. Master Lee then suggests that Ho Kyung tell Jang Wook about Cho Yun and that he will help protect her because he loved Naksu. But Ho Kyung insists that Cho Young will live only as her daughter Bu-Yeon because Jang Wook loved Naksu and not her daughter Bu-Yeon. She swears not to let him find out about her while banking on the fact that Jang Wook doesn't know Naksu's real face. And they would never recognize each other even if they ran into each other. She sees her decision as a price both Jang-wook and Naksu have to pay because she has to live her life looking at Naksu's face instead of Bu-Yeon, her beloved daughter. In a nutshell, Bu-Yeon is Bu-Yeon in Naksu's form, but her soul is Naksu's. This means Bu-Yeon's body turned into Naksu's form as she healed from the petrification. The soul in the body is Naksu's. Bu-Yeon's body is powerless with no divine powers, and Naksu's soul lost its memory. Naksu's soul will recall its memory when the body regains its divine powers. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. What do you think of this twist in the story? Did you satisfy your curiosity? Let me know. Thanks for watching.